Hello. Let's see if this is working. Seems to be working. Yeah, boys, we're in. So far. So far, so good. So far, so good. I'm gonna wait for people to join. Waiting. Forgive me for the lack of interaction. Just a little bit busy. Telling friends that I'm streaming. That's all. So far, so good. Hey, welcome. Oh my gosh, I need to freaking move this thing. Alright, I've got me a thing of pomegranate juice, which is delicious. I don't care what you say. If you don't agree with me, you're wrong. It's as simple as that. You're wrong. When more people get here, I'm going to explain what's going on. Because the setup today is a little different than usual. So, how are you guys? How are you? Can you guys hear me okay? I tried it on my screen and I thought it looked okay. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Pomegranate juice. Heart healthy. I just really like juice, don't mind me. Hope stream's doing good. I'm worried it might crash. I'm just a coward, I guess. How is everyone doing? It's almost Christmas. How was everyone's Thanksgiving? Waiting. Forgive me, I'm a little bored. I've been wanting to stream for a little while now, and I haven't streamed since my birthday back in July, so it's been a little bit, and I finally got time to stream today. I've been recording a lot of Deltarune videos recently, and those have been going pretty good. Very good, very fun. Very, very fun. So, when more people show up, I'll start explaining what we're looking at right here. So I bet it's like super confusing for whoever. The character sheets, obviously, except I don't have 3 character sheets done. So I just took the Pride photos that I made for Pride Month of these characters, because I do not have sheets for them done yet. This is Venus now, by the way. I've redesigned her a bit. I said I would. And I did. She looks way more like a dragon, which is more lore fitting. They're all the same species, but these two get their looks more from their dad, who I'm working on a design for. Also, I am aware there's no purple here. I forgot to add it. Simple as that. But Venus looks more like their mother, while Fuzzy and Moon look more like their dad, which lore reason fits perfectly, because their dad was like the nicer parent, and then the mom was like the cruel mastermind behind everything. And Venus is like a war criminal, while Fuzzy and Moon are just they're twins. They're siblings. And Venus is just an absolute butthead. And then we've got the partners. I call them the boyfriends, even though, like, only 2 of them are boys. Ivory's a non-binary specimen. But Oliver's a boy and Orlo is a boy, and I love them so much. They're my boys. Orlo does not deserve to die, let me just tell you that. 2 people in chat today. How are we doing? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and give off the explanation here. So usually I do like free commissions, little doodles and stuff. However, this stream is a little different, as the only commissions I will take are my OCs. And you can commission them to do anything as long as it's like appropriate, right? Like if you want Moon and Fuzzy to have like a tea party, I'll doodle it for you. Anything OC related, and I've got my FVM OCs right here. And I also wanted to do Ghost Kissers, which is another thing I'm working on. Except I don't have very many character sheets aside from the Spirit Master, maybe. These are all my friggin'... Yeah, right here. It's the only one I got, for Ghost Kissers, is the concept design of the Spirit Master. It's a mere concept. That's the first one I've got. He looks just a little different, but the only thing that changed was, like, a slight design in his vest. So commissions today are OC only. And you can ask anything, as long as it is appropriate. Simple as that, really. So we have Venus, Fuzzy, Moon, and then their respective partners. Ivory and Fuzzy, Oliver and Moon, and Orlo and Venus. Whew. And if that gets confusing, just be like Fuzzy's partner or Oliver's partner if you don't remember. I think I make it a little obvious who's partnered with who, due to design choices. Both of these 2 are grayscaled. These 2 have darker tones, and these 2 have lighter tone colors. So I think it's a little obvious who goes to who. I really do like matching aesthetic partners. So, while Fuzzy and Ivory aren't like perfect matching aesthetic, it's definitely like one, like they're vibrant colors and it's beautiful together. And you can also ask me to commission, like, hey, you got any concepts for something? And I'll be like, yeah, I'll show you what I've got a concept for. Like, be like, you got a concept for a location or a character? And I'm like, yeah, totally. And I'll definitely draw out concepts that I've got in my head per lore. I'm thinking about making a, hear me out, an infection AU of these characters. I thought it'd be pretty cool, but I also feel like I should get out the entire story first, and I don't even have that all done, like, properly. I'm going to start a little series of shorts, and then I'm working on a big, fully animated video, of the lore. I'm calling it the, FVM saga. So it'll be a longer, fully animated video of the lore with music. Pomegranate juice. So, what we thinking? What sounds good to draw? Like streams before, they won't be too, like, painfully detailed. I don't want to spend, like, 30 minutes on a drawing just for all the other drawings to friggin' pile up Oh, excuse me. Just for friggin', you know what I mean, right? Just for drawings to pile up. So, it'll mostly be, doodles, like, you know, like that. They'll be a little more detailed than that, obviously, but, yeah. How are we doing? Sorry, I'm looking through stuff. Does it still say upcoming? I don't think so. Yeah, it says live. It says I'm live. I'm live! Yeah. Hey guys, I'm back. How's it going? So feel free to commission in chat. Look, I even typed a message. It says commission in chat. And I will try to get everyone's commission done. I really will. So. Oh, pomegranate juice. Let me tell you guys, it is something you gotta get on. Yummy. Super yummy. So, we all understanding of the rules? I'm waiting for people to come. I'm waiting for viewers of people are new. People I know or don't, people don't know you. I'm waiting for people to come. I'm coming up with these lyrics on the spot. That's how cool I am. I'm waiting for people to come. I'm waiting for commissions and art. I'm waiting for people to watch me throw my talents in the dark. I don't want the stabilizer on, I really don't. I'm waiting for people to come. I'm waiting for one to join. I want the people to watch what I've done. I'm waiting for friends to join. I'm just gonna doodle until someone gets here. That's how it works in the world. That nose is humongous. I gotta fix that. Look at that. Whee! Whee! I am cuckoo crazy bonanza talking to myself. Ha 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 ha. I really wish a friend could join. Like, genuinely, that'd be pretty cool. I've started doing these little husband hotel drawings, and I only did Vox, and then, like, people were like, do Alistair, and then people were like, do Cherry, and then people were like, do Angel and Husk, like, together, which, that one's done, by the way. I have it done. If you want to see it, I could, like, pull it out right now, but no, it'll be a surprise. I have the Angel and Husk one done, I just haven't posted it yet. It's as simple as that. Drawing my boy, my son. my child, my son, my boy, who I've inflicted so much trauma upon. Whee! He's just a boy. Anyway, I'm gonna get rid of that doodle now. Whee! Pomegranate juice. I'm gonna start drawing things that people are interested in. Just so whenever, like, my stream comes onto someone's, like, feed or whatever, and they watch the bit that, like, shows you what's going on, or, like, how it starts, they'll be like, whoa, I'm interested in that, and then I'll bait them into a stream that they won't be interested in. Look, it's angle dust. It's angle dust. And then typically I would, like, put the eyelash there. Like so. Also, Angel and Drag was like, oh golly, my desk moved. Angel and Drag was like the best thing. I loved seeing that. Lovely little callback to pilot era, which it's not like a callback, it's more like it's always been kind of like canon. It was always going to be planned. I don't like the way the neck looks. I'm working so hard on a doodle that I will later delete and never see again. That's how art is, guys. That's just how it is. Ta-da! I got a little angel done. Commissions open, except you can only do OCs. Just a reminder, OCs of mine. Just because I really want to advertise. Yep, so Angel's done. Look at that Pookie Bear. Now watch him die. All dead. Commissions for these OCs. You can ask them to do whatever, as long as it's appropriate. You can ask lore-related questions, or you can be like, hey, what kind of concepts you've got? And I'll be like, alright, I'm gonna give you one. Because I've got several concepts that are just kind of in my head, but not ready yet, you know what I mean? So, here we go. Ta-da! OCs. We've got Venus, Fuzzy, Moon, Ivory, Oliver, and Orlo. Their respective partners are Orlo with Venus, Oliver with Moon, and Fuzzy with Ivory. Honestly, I should make one of those, like, OC Who Loves Who boards, you know what I mean? I'm gonna make stickers of my OC's face just to, like, use for such things. Charts and boards and whatnot. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I think I'll do that. That might be a good idea. Just get their faces everywhere. Don't mind this one being, like, naked or whatever. I just wanted to get a good shot of her tail and wings. But I could not do that with any clothes on. So, these two are only naked because I wanted perfect references to where their spots are. Which, the first one has clothes, obviously. They've got clothes. But the rest of them are naked. He actually has a cracked heart instead of Fuzzy, who's got like a full one. And he's got an upside down heart here, while Fuzzy doesn't. Lore is crazy. Bro got them boneless wings, you know what I mean? I like making fun of my OCs. Bro got no horn. Ivory is my baby. I will never make fun of them. So was Oliver, and so was Orlo. These three are fun to make fun of, but these three are my babies. Feel free to commission. Oh no. My medicine alarm went off. Whoopsie daisy. Whoopsie daisy. Sorry, I went quiet for a minute. I was reading something. I'm waiting for people. Waiting for people. I might start playing Cookie Run at this point. I would, but the game would crash every 2 seconds. Let me draw another thing people like so I can bait them in my stream. Little Alistair Doodle. Oh, that's an ugly eye. It's equally ugly. No, I don't care about the eye being ugly. Haha, I made him brown. Little Alistair Doodle. Alistar. Alistar. Forgive me, I'm a little autistic. Alistar. Anyway, commissions. Commissions of my OCs are available for free. Commission them to do whatever you want, as long as it is appropriate. Respective partners are Orlo and Venus, Fuzzy and Ivory, Moon and Oliver. You can request lore or concepts, and if you request a concept, I will give you just a random concept idea that I have for the story. But you can only commission these characters. That is my request. I want to advertise them for funsies, because I'm working on projects, big projects. Commissions are allowed. Just say it in chat. Pomegranate juice. Delicious. Oh my god. Sorry, my phone is being queequeg. So how was y'all's Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving for me was okay. Waiting. I'm waiting. I don't mind waiting. It just means it takes a little longer. But it's okay. Waiting. Sorry, I'm reading messages. Sorry, sorry for the instant quietness. I had to talk to somebody for a second. Yummy. Oh my gosh. Pomegranate juice. Let me tell you. Freaking delicious. Commissions allowed only of my characters, however. You can commission them to do whatever as long as it is appropriate. Respective partners are Venus and Orlo, Fuzzy and Ivory, Moon and Oliver. You can also commission for anything lore related, like canon drawings or just like headcanons you have, really anything. And you can also request concept ideas that I've got, and what I'll do is I'll be like, here's a concept, and give you something I've been thinking about. Yeah. So commissions are open for free too. Free commissions. And you know what? If you send me a link to, like, a drawing or something, I will draw your OC with mine. So that'll be pretty cool, right? Ignore all the ads in the top. I'm not paying for Ibis Paint Plus or whatever. Commissions! Free commissions! I'm waving them like a paper. Sigh. This is gonna make it easier to, like, tell people. Alright. I wrote it all down so it's just a little simpler to explain. Commissions are free. You can commission my OCs, doing whatever. You can also commission a lore and concept. And if you send a link to your OC, I will draw our OCs together. I think that works. Because I'm all... Alright. So, commission in chat what you want, and I will draw it. I've got the OC's names, although Oliver's name is kind of small, so I'll rewrite it. Oliver, Ivory. I think it's a little easier to see those names like that. Moon, Fuzzy, Venus, Orlo. Ta-da! There, I think the names are a tad bit easier to see now. So you can all be like, whoa, look at those names. They're clear. I can see those names clearly. So yeah. Free commissions. Pomegranate juice. Best thing ever. Who should I draw right now while I wait for people to even show up? I think I'll just draw myself. Oh, golly. Oops. Okay. Pausing, because I want to keep advertising. Commissions available. You can commission OCs, my OCs, doing whatever you want as long as it's safe for work. Actions, lore, and even concepts, right? So if you're like, hey, what's an idea you've been working on? I'll give you like a random one that I've been working on for the story. You can send a link to your OCs and I will draw them together. I'm actually going to do something too. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie daisy. This person is dating this person. This person is dating this person. And this person is dating this person. I think that works. I'm drawing. A little bit of Secret Me lore. Sorry, I'm reading chat. Or not chat, but I'm talking to friends. Okay, I'm back. Hi guys. You have my full attention. Okay. Re-explanation of what's going on. I am doing free commissions of my OCs only. You can commission them doing whatever you want as long as it is safe for work. You can do them interacting with each other. You can do anything that's like lore related, and you can even ask, hey, what's a concept you've been working on? And I'll draw a concept for you. And if you send a link to your OC, like art or something, I'll draw our OCs together. Okay. So, explanation of what's going on. I'm doing free commissions for my OCs, a bit of an advertisement for them, if you will. You can commission them doing whatever you want as long as it is safe for work. They can do whatever, like interactions. You can ask for anything lore related or even concepts that I have. Like, you can ask, hey, what's a concept? And I'll just draw something random that I've been thinking about adding to the story. And you can send a link to your own OC, and I'll draw our OCs together. So, that is what is going on. And I've got these little colored hearts that indicate who's with who. Like, this pink one, this pink one, this purple one, this purple one, the gray one, you know what I mean. So they're dating. So you know how their interactions somewhat work. So yeah. These are character sheets, except I didn't have character sheets for these three, so I took the Pride pictures that I made for them during Pride Month. Oh my god. I said that horribly. Excuse me, during Pride Month. So yeah. You can commission whatever you want in chat. It's completely free. Oh. Okay. I'm going to explain again how this is working. I'm doing commissions for my OCs. You can commission them doing whatever you want. They're completely free. You can just commission it in chat and be like, you want to see Fuzzy eat a hot dog? He'll eat a hot dog. You can commission them doing whatever. You can commission it for lore or even concepts that I've been thinking about. You can be like, hey, what's a concept? And I'll draw it for you. And you can send a link to your OC, and I will draw the OCs together. All free. No money required. You can just go to chat and be like, yo, draw this. And they're not going to be, like, fully fleshed out drawings because I do need to, like, get through drawings. Because, like, if you request something and I spend time on that, then a lot of other people are going to end up requesting, and it's going to pile up. So it's not going to be too detailed, but it's not going to be, like, dumb little, like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, nothing like, ooh. But you can commission whatever you want, as long as it's appropriate. Oh, I accidentally turned my pen off. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, stop that. Like, I'll even do a little doodle just to prove I can draw. I mean, I did draw those, so. The Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie is coming out in less than a week, and I'm, like, super excited for that. Like, you have no idea how excited I am. I am so stoked. Boom, see? I can draw. That's actually a cute doodle. Too bad he's gotta die. I need space for actual drawings. So, commission whatever you want, and I'll draw it. Simple as that. You can commission in chat and just be like, hey, draw this. Just for fun, I'm going to draw Fuzzy actually eating the hot dog that I said. Ooh, hot dog. Hot dog, hot dog, hot diggity dog. You know what I mean? Little wings. Munch. Fuzzy's eating a hot dog. With a little bit of like ketchup or relish or whatever you put on your hot dogs. Whatever you want. Whatever you want to put on your hot dogs. I did the Fuzzy eating a hot dog doodle. Just because I wanted to. Ha ha ha. So. Here we go. So you can commission OCs doing whatever you want. My OCs, and I've got them all pulled up here. These aren't like all of my OCs. These are just the ones I'm allowing to be used. You can ask for them to do whatever they want, as long as it is safe for work. You can ask for anything lore relevant or concept ideas, and I'll just ask for a concept and I'll give you one. Or you can send a link to your OC and I'll draw our OCs doing something together. So, free commissions, no money required. You can ask for your commission in chat. Simple as that. I have all these Monster cans in here, and I don't drink Monster. My friends do. I have them drink the Monster for me. Speaking of which, one just popped right back into place. But I'm going to glue them all together into a giant wall to kind of go with my Freddy Faz Fanta wall. I drank 2 entire 12 packs of Freddy Faz Fanta to get that wall. I'll probably send a picture. I'll probably post a video of it on YouTube. That'd be pretty cool. Anywho, so yeah, you can ask commissions. Free commissions. No money required. No money whatsoever. How did everyone's Thanksgiving go? Oh golly, I hope it went well for everyone. Personally, I hope it went well. My Thanksgiving went pretty good. So, we had some food. You know what I mean? Food is always good. Food is always good. Draw Oliver with a Blahaj IKEA shirt. What is a Blahaj IKEA shirt? I feel like I butchered that word. Hold on, I gotta Google that. Hold on, guys. What is a Blahaj IKEA shirt? Blahaj IKEA shirt. Oh, it's a shark. Oh, that's cute. Oh wait, is this the shark that my friends keep calling a transgender icon? Is this it? Is that what that is? The transgender icon? Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna draw Oliver with the shark shirt, I suppose. My cutie patootie boy. I love Oliver. Like, he's such a sweetheart. I don't have a whole lot of lore fully written out for him yet. I just know it's going to be a little depressing. But he's my boy. I'm not going to absolutely traumatize him like I did Orlo. Yeah, I don't want to do that to Oliver. He's just too sweet. Also, Oliver, here's a bit of lore. Canonically does not need to wear clothes. But he likes to. Because, so what I've written, as some of you may know, my OCs are Minecraft based. So Oliver's, he's a ghast. I'm trying to, like, draw him holding out the shirt, but I struggle. I struggle with shirt physics. He canonically doesn't need to wear clothes because ghasts can just, like, hide their reproductive bits. But he likes wearing shirts, at least. He doesn't wear pants. But he likes to wear shirts. And as you guys see, I cannot draw anatomy very well. I'm going to have to change the shirt. Hold on. I gotta look at that picture that I got again. Hold on, guys. I looked up a picture on Google. Oh, it's such a cute little shark, though. I want it. He's just a cute dude. I gotta draw his hand holding out the other side of the shirt. Okay, here is Orlo wearing the IKEA shirt. He's adorable. But yeah, ghasts don't need to wear clothes, but Orlo likes wearing shirts. He finds them comfortable. Excuse me, I keep burping. Yay, lore. Oh god, I forgot it does that. That's why I gotta lasso it. I haven't streamed in a little bit, guys. So there's that. And I'm willing to do multiple pages of doodles. I don't want to make the doodles too small. This one was a me request, so I will delete that if I need to make space. I'm the one that was just like, I'm gonna draw him with a hot dog. So yeah, there's Orlo wearing the IKEA shirt. Cutie patootie. Don't delete him. Maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. Just maybe. Commissions are still free. You can keep asking. I don't mind. There's this one time where I was so behind on commissions, I had to scroll for, I think, like 5 whole minutes to get to the next commission because people were asking. I had to ask people to stop asking so I could catch up. That was a couple months ago. I miss streaming. Make my goat Fuzzy hit a backflip. Oh, I got you. Okay. Fuzzy's gonna hit a backflip, guys. Fuzzy's hitting a flip. Oh, goodness gravy. Fuzzy's gonna hit the flip. I'm gonna make him break his neck. How about that? Fuzzy's actually very acrobatic. Very flexible too. ran out of space, obviously. So we're gonna have to... So I'm getting Fuzzy... That's Moon's tail. Whoops. I'm getting Fuzzy in his starting position for the backflip. I don't feel like drawing the other hand. A little lazy on the wings. Alright. Fuzzy gonna do a backflip. We all ready? Ooh, ah! Fuzzy did a backflip. Look, I'm even going to, like, set Fuzzy, like, on an angle as I put him up here. Boom. Angled. Perfect. Beautiful. Sorry, my brother walked in the room. He's being weird. Sorry. Alright. He's just on an angle now. That's funny. That's awesome. I love that. Also, Fuzzy's not a goat. He's a dragon. Though, there was a concept of Fuzzies that I didn't show in the production of Fuzzy video that I did, where I explained, like, the different stages Fuzzy had been in. There was one concept that I did not show, and Fuzzy was a goat. More ram. It was more of a ram, actually. But I actually turned that character into a completely different character for a completely different thing that I'm working on, called Heaven to Hell. So Fuzzy almost was a goat. Yeah. Which actually, he has very poofy hair, as you can see. That came from the goat thing. Where he was supposed to be a goat. His very poofy hair. I don't know if I know where the old concept art of him being a goat is, but I could, like I said, guys, you can ask for commissions, or, concept commissions. So, I could probably, like, remember what goat Fuzzy would have looked like. Fuzzy almost ended up being way uglier than he is now. Also, people, you gotta understand, Fuzzy is a married man. That's right, Fuzzy and Ivory are married. And I know what you're thinking. Why don't you draw rings on their fingers? Well, they get married a little bit into the future, so, and I had a concept to, like, put Fuzzy's wedding ring on his horn, but then I was talking to a friend about it, and they're like, dude, that's, like, a lot like the Dream SMP, Ranboo and Tubbo wedding, and I was like, fudge! So I can't do that. I used to have so much trouble with Fuzzy's design, because when I had tried to make him half and half, my friend was like, dude, that looks like Ranboo. Like, bro, shut up. I was making Fuzzy around the end of Dream SMP. I implemented Fuzzy into the Minecraft lore, not lore, but like Minecraft, just because, my channel was originally going to be a Minecraft channel. I was not expecting to start a story, and I was not expecting to get into animating. Fuzzy was literally just the Minecraft skin I was working on. I did not expect to, like, start working on cartoons, which I do now. But one thing led to another. And now we're here. Fuzzy's not a Minecraft skin anymore. Although I should probably do Minecraft again. I really want to do Minecraft again. Ivory getting snowballed. Ivory's character is based on a blaze. Ivory would freaking die getting snowballed. It would just be painful for them. But water is also yeah, just damage. Okay, you're right. Water would also hurt Fuzzy, Moon, and Venus as well, because they're spawn of the Ender Dragon. This is the widest I've ever seen Ivory's eyes. I usually draw them like very like chill. But Ivory's just shooketh from the audacity that you had to throw a snowball at them. Whoops. Ivory's backstory is a little tragic as well. And I'm fully willing to share it because I finally have it completely written down. It's not going to spoil any major plot points. But Ivory was before they even met Fuzzy, was in a abusive relationship with a wither skeleton. And there were sometimes I forget Ivory doesn't have a neck. It was very abusive, and manipulative for the purpose of not the wither skeleton. Yeah, the wither skeleton. And I even have his character drawn out too. It's just a concept, which concepts are allowed. Look, I drew your snowball. Although Ivory's not very happy about it because, ouch. Nether baby. But the wither skeleton eventually, you know how like whenever they touch the player it gives them the wither effect? The wither effect in my lore is it just kind of scars that area severely. So it kind of looks like they've got ice cream on their head rather than a snowball. So I am willing to show you what Ivory's face looks like under the hair. It's not like any spoilers, but it explains why they wear their hair like that. So we're going to pull Ivory's hair up in kind of like a ponytail, a very small ponytail, just so we can like not only stylize but visualize what the wither effect did. And Ivory is very embarrassed and self-conscious about the scar. Doesn't like showing anybody. Even Fuzzy didn't know about it for the longest time. And the scars are usually a deep purple. So that's what Ivory looks like underneath the hair. There's no eye there. Like it's gone. It was withered. Ivory's actually a little lucky to survive. But Ivory ran away from the gross ex-boyfriend, cut their hair because their boyfriend didn't let them. That's why their hair is short now. And then they met Fuzzy by this is how they met. They met, Fuzzy by a lava pool. Fuzzy was visiting the Nether for political purpose because Fuzzy's literally the king of the end. But at the time he was a prince. He wasn't crowned just yet. This is a little in the past. It's a couple years before the events of the main story. I'm gonna shift over to the commission thing. But Fuzzy and Ivory met by a lava pool, and Ivory's face, it was like severely damaged and was still kind of in pain. But in my world, in my Minecraft alternate universe, any creature that lives in the Nether, can use the Nether lava, because Nether lava in my world is different than like overworld lava. Can use the Nether lava to not heal wounds, but reduce pain and heal health, but it cannot like heal scars and stuff like that. But it can definitely close wounds and stuff like that. So that's why Ivory was there, and Fuzzy showed up, and Ivory was like, whoa, covered their hair real fast, because like I said, they're very self-conscious about the new scar. And Fuzzy's like, you are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen in my life. And actually, Fuzzy, I've got a little dialogue in my head about how this scenario went. I would do concepts, but I have no OCs. That's fair. So a really cool way to like make OCs, like if you don't have any, play a video game, right? Like Pokemon, you can, like, especially Sword and Shield, you can make your own little dude there. You can take any video game you have, really. If you can customize a character, start drawing that character, and eventually you will start making story. Trust me. That's how I got story with Fuzzy. Fuzzy was originally a Minecraft skin. That is how that goes. But, Fuzzy and Ivory met, and the dialogue in my head is, my goat Fuzzy with the gay as the blaze, just like playing video game with a gay. Dude, just a little story lore for you. Fuzzy does not top whatsoever. I think it's funny to think about. But, they met, and actually the dialogue that I've got planned in my head is Fuzzy's gonna be like, because Ivory, born female, identifies as non-binary, and while a lot of friends, like, because of how their character is, a lot of my friends are like, wouldn't you consider them gender fluid? Because Ivory likes either, like, will dress as a girl one day and then as a boy the next, and they're not gender fluid, they're just non-binary, they just like to dress as both. So one day they'll be feeling like very masculine, and the other day they'll be feeling very feminine, but they're not gender fluid, they're just non-binary. They just like dressing certain ways sometimes. But whenever Fuzzy and Ivory met, Fuzzy's like, you're a very pretty girl, and Ivory's like, I'm not really a girl, and Fuzzy's like, oh, you're a dude? And Ivory's like, no. And then Fuzzy's like, huh? And then Ivory has to explain to Fuzzy what non-binary is. Yeah, that's a little dialogue that I've got in my head for them. Fuzzy's very, accepting of Ivory. Ivory's bisexual. Fuzzy's pansexual, actually. I like my pansexual babies. I kind of project off on them. I definitely project off of this one for so many reasons. Orlo is, I have 2 straight characters in all of my OCs, and Orlo is one of them. 2 straight characters. And it's him and a character nobody knows about yet, because I've posted nothing about her. I think I have concepts of her, or a concept of her. I don't think so. I thought I did. I think it's like outside of here. No. I don't want
Search and play
Google ad. Oh, hello, Stinky. Oh, I know who you are. Hello, Smelly. I need this ad to go away so I can show you guys the character that I was talking about. Oh, yeah. She is the other straight character that I have. The only other straight character that I have. It's just Orlo and her. They are the only straight characters. Heartbreak emoji. Purple heart emoji, because purple's better. I wish they would make, like, you know how there's, like, the heartbreak emoji, but then, like, the heart glitter emoji and all that? I wish they would do all those, but, like, you can pick the colors. Like, how the people emoji, you can pick the skin colors and whatnot. I usually keep them as yellow, because it's just more funny. It's more fun like that. But I wish they would do that for the heart emojis. Well, whatevs. Commissions are free. Commissions are free. Real. Wee, mama way. Free? Yeah, free commissions. I know. This is like an infomercial. There's more? Yeah, free. Free commissions. No money. I need my goat Fuzzy to hit a backflip again. Oh, golly. Don't worry, I got you. I got you. Whoop. Boom. Backflip. Hit. Whoa. Backflip. I wish I could do a backflip. I would fall on my booty cheeks. It would hurt. It really would hurt. Pomegranate juice. What's Moon based off of? Okay, so that's a funny story. So when Fuzzy was being made, I was a cringe 12-year-old. And I wanted myself an evil YouTube persona, kind of like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye had, where they had their Darkiplier and, what was it called? Antisepticeye, I think. So the original bit was Fuzzy would cry, and they would cry out all their color, and it would just be a black and white. It wasn't gray at all. It was just, like, you see Moon here is, like, gray, but they used to straight up just be black and white. And their horn wasn't broken, and their wings weren't torn apart, and their tail wasn't ripped off just yet. They looked identical, just black and white. And that's what that was, and that's what inspired Moon. And then later on, I eventually was like, dude, scrap that, I need a story. And I took Moon, and I was like, you know what, Fuzzy's gonna have a twin. And before I made Venus, I thought Moon was just gonna be, like, the big bad, but then I was like, wait, there should be more. And so I made Venus, who at the time, they all three looked identical, except Venus's horns were slightly different. I still have the original drawing of Venus that I could so totally post, or repost. I know I've posted it before. They used to be called Potato because my channel back then was like Fuzzy Potato Moon. But then it got to that point where the lore was getting super serious and you couldn't just keep her name Potato. So not only did I rename her, but then I proceeded to rename my channel, which was like way more serious than what I had. It's way more important. Fuzzy Animations, way more grown up than what I chose when I was 12. So that is the story of Moon. By the way, I don't know if I don't know if I made this clear. You guys can ask for, like, multiple character interaction, by the way. Like, if you want Venus and Orlo to interact, I'll do it. I don't want you guys to be like, oh, what character should I choose this time? I'm not going to do, like, one big whole group picture, because that'll just take a bit. But I think I'll max out at, like, 3 characters at once for interaction. Yarg matey. You know, there was this one evil mode, I guess. What? I mean, probably. That's what Moon was originally supposed to be, was just an evil mode of Fuzzy, which is why they're still almost identical, because I was like, I don't want to change it too much, and so I made them twins. However, I'm really considering changing up Moon's hairstyle just a bit. And I definitely want to change my own Sona's hairstyle just because I don't look like this anymore. The whole point of Fuzzy and me having the same hairstyle was, it was because Fuzzy was my YouTube Sona at the time. It was supposed to be my Minecraft skin. But then, like, it's not anymore, and I have a brand new Sona that's definitely, like, yeah, this one's actually me. It's not this cringe 2013. It wasn't actually a 2013 character. Yeah, stinky. Yeah. So, that's just how it kind of started rolling, you know? I think, my most recent character out of this roster is Oliver, actually. He is the newest character. I made Fuzzy and Moon and Venus, and then I made Ivory and Orlo. I actually had Orlo as an idea before Ivory, and when Orlo was just an idea, he was a woman. Like, the first video I have of him, he was a woman. The knowledge is soaking. Yeah, you guys got me yapping now. I'm excited. But Orlo started off as a female. And then I thought, like, I wanted to give Fuzzy a partner. I really did. So I made Ivory. And Orlo and Venus weren't partners yet. Orlo was just, like, the sidekick, but then it transitioned to partners. And then I was like, Venus and Fuzzy have, me and Green Dog are officially ops. Wow. Bullying already. Okay. Wowza. That's happening. Where was I? I was yapping. I forgot. What was I talking about? Oh, Venus and Fuzzy had their partners, and I was thinking about I almost didn't give Moon a partner. I was like, dude, what if I just made him aromantic? It'd be so much easier. But then I was like, no, he deserves a partner. So, excuse me, I was doodling at school, actually. This is how Oliver came to life. Oliver almost ended up being a, guys, I hate to tell you this, but Oliver almost ended up being a zombie. And Fuzzy actually almost ended up dating a creeper as well. I almost picked the creeper, but then I was like, dude, a Blaze would be so much cooler. Just because in the lore, the Nether, and choosing Fuzzy as my goat to fight with Trust. Oh my gosh. In the lore, the Nether and the End have been in, like, this age-old war, so I think it's really cool to have, like, kind of like a Romeo and Juliet, you can't date them, they're on the other side kind of thing. Fighting with Venus. Oh, Venus might have Venus has a bit of a winning chance, because Venus is not only the older of the three, but also freaking war criminal and has an army. Venus could win that fight, and, like, Fuzzy would have been, so there's a story arc, I call it the war arc. Venus would totally win in a one-on-one with Fuzzy, but Fuzzy had his army ready, Moon and Ivory were there as well, and Venus only didn't die in the war arc because Orlo sacrificed himself, which is why he's dead in the war arc, and I've got videos of the war arc, so it's not like a spoiler, it's already out there, dude. Just go watch the Red Means I Love You video. Like, you can watch what that is. Dude, this ad in the top corner looks like Ever After High. Just saying. It's probably like a dress-up game. I missed all the lore. I actually have an entire playlist. I gotta go educate. I have an entire playlist titled FVM lore, and it's all old lore, especially like lore that isn't even relevant anymore. It's still there. I'm not gonna take it out because it's like it's not only is it like, oh, whoa, this is kind of old, but like you can watch me grow from there, and I think that's really cool. So I'm not gonna remove any of the old irrelevant lore now. But yeah, there's an entire playlist dedicated to the lore, and I'm going to make an entirely web series playlist, because I'm going to start doing videos, actual like lore videos. I don't think this will ever become a cartoon like I wanted it to, just because it's Minecraft, literally just Minecraft, and I don't want it to become like this. If you know, it's a slim chance, but I don't want it to become this very big thing, and then eventually Minecraft's gonna be like, yo, you kind of took our thing, we gotta sue you now. I would so totally make merch off of this. Chair Guy 2300, your comment paused, and I had to review it before letting it go out. Yeah, please don't beat me up on Monday. I'm just a wee boy. Yeah, your comment was considered bullying, I guess. Yeah, how dare you bully me? I'm just a wee boy. Shucks. Snaps fingers, sadly. I can't snap my fingers because I'm wearing gloves. I'm just looking mad on you. No! Don't do that. Respectfully, Matthew is attractive. Respectfully. But so is Joe, which is why I'm the third. Dude, it's like, oh my gosh, wait, hold on. I just started playing Deltarune Chapter 3. It is just like the Polly. These are friends of mine from reality. Like Rules Card. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Polly from Rules Card. That's like literally us. Except I'm not actually in their relationship. I just like butting in. Loser. Yeah, you're one to talk. Yeah, it's a fight. Oh my golly. There's gonna be a fight. Fight. I accidentally got super glue on my scissors, and they're not like super glued together, but like it's kind of there and it's annoying. Commissions are still open. Commissions are open as long as the stream is. I've been streaming for like a bit, honestly. I don't even know how long. Probably like an hour. Maybe more than that. Oh yeah, definitely way more than an hour. Stinky! Wait, draw me versus Veronica. Trust. What? Wait, I'm confused. What do you mean draw you versus Veronica? Oh! You want me to draw you as in like, okay. Wait, like in a fight or like what I think it would look like? I'm kind of breaking the rules of my own stream. I said OCs only. In a fight? Do I draw them in a fight? Either way. Okay. I'm gonna draw them. You are an OC? I'm gonna set up a different page for this. I'm gonna draw pre and post. This guy's stinky. This guy's my op. Trust. I trust you guys. Dog, you're literally you are mean. I'm going to draw you with, like, the old hair that you had. The, oh gosh, that's thick. The one that was, like, green and purple. That's what's inspiring this look. What do you want? Not the green. Yeah, the green. I'm drawing the green. Like even a little bit where it would, like, separate. I actually don't remember how the color separated. I forgot, guys. Crying emoji. I think that's a troll emoji. Heartbreak. Gosh, I cannot draw anymore. I lost all skill. All skill is gone. Let me get a pic of it and check. Yeah, I don't remember if it separates in the middle or like that. You know what I mean? And then we're doing pre and post. Green was on the... Well, I'm not going to color it. I was just going to, like... I mean, I could color it. It was a very ugly color. Purple was on the right. Dude, that is exactly how Fuzzy's hair... Not Fuzzy's. Yeah, Fuzzy's hair is. Gotta get that lesbian kind of thing going on, you know what I mean? Haha, stinky. Somehow you are taller than your pre-transition counterpart. I think it's awful. I hate this. I genuinely hate this drawing. Grew. Bro grew up. Just a bit. Eee. I'm gonna draw the woman lip. If you hate it, then don't do it. I'm gonna do it because you asked nicely. Interrobang. What? You know, I can fix it. Fixing. There we go. They look less freakish. Pre-post. Oh. Info dump. Am I supposed to be info dumping? Is that what that is? Send that to me. Remind me after stream, and I'll do it. Oh, okay. Going to nod and pretend that I still understand. Okay. Free commissions. It combined the exclamation mark with the question mark. Oh, I know what you guys are talking about when I accidentally wrote a friggin' R instead of a P. That's just how I write R's. This is how I write question marks. And this is how I write exclamation marks. I'm not even joking. I genuinely do that because I think it's fun. Yeah. Question mark? Yep. It's like a fancy question mark. Oh, wait, no, it's the question mark, exclamation mark you were talking about. I'm just blind. I have to wear glasses for a reason, guys. Sorry. My bad. My bad, G. Me and this guy are no longer ops. Okay. Am I having is there like a, recollection happening in the chat right now? Next thing I know, you guys are gonna, like, get married. I gotta see Orlo being straight. Okay. Is that a commission? Oh my goodness. That's I love that that's just how it is. Bolonger ops, you crazy dog. Okay. You want to see Orlo being straight because he's actually kind of a creep. He's very freaky, but very cutesy, and also stalker. Darn. I'm under like a little wall that he's kind of like hiding behind. Thank you, though. You're welcome. You're welcome. Commissions are free. Ask for however many you like. Just don't spam. Please don't spam. I'm gonna add little hearts in his eyes. Because he's an absolute menace. Creepy fact about Orlo. Because he's very lovable, but he, like I said, he's very, creepy. Likes collecting not only articles of clothing from Venus, but Venus's scales. Because they're dragons, right? So Venus sheds scales. Although Fuzzy and Moon have less scales, more fur and feather. Because like I said, Venus gets most of her genetics from the mama, and the other two get it from their dad, who was more of a fluffy, furry kind of animal. So while Fuzzy and Moon shed feathers, Venus will shed scales, and Orlo likes collecting these scales, so he's got an entire bucket full of Venus's scales. Yeah. Think of it as collecting loose hair or dead skin. That is the equivalent of it. Venus freaking out at Orlo for being... No, Venus does not Venus does not freak out about it. Venus is actually a complete piece of garbage. Because how they met is Orlo was held captive in a prison in the Nether, because the End and Nether are in a war, and he kind of like got taken. But then while he was in prison, the city he was in was raided and destroyed, and he was left to like die, and Venus found him starving in the abandoned prison. So Venus kind of like took him, and Orlo like instantly was like, I would die for you. And Venus was like, I'm betting on it. I'm counting on it. But like Orlo was very like attached and very like, I would do anything for you. And eventually Orlo was like, this relationship's not healthy, but he can't really let go because he literally owes her his life. And Venus actually, around the end of their arc, I call it their arc, it's like right before Orlo dies. Venus is starting to be like, I think I like this boy. However, when the war arc happens, Venus is, like, cornered, and Moon almost gets the final blow, actually, which is very fitting for earlier in the timeline lore. But Orlo jumps in the way because Enderman can teleport, so that's what he does. He jumps in the way and is killed. And Venus keeps his Ender Eye by a little memorial. She doesn't let anyone touch it because she feels very bad about it. She's not supposed to be a very lovable character, but she feels very bad about how she treated Orlo and that she could never, like, actually have a real relationship with him now. Because he's freaking dead. But Moon almost getting the final blow on Venus would tie the story kind of around. We need rage between one of the End boys and the Nether boys. Actually, the army that I had mentioned earlier that Venus has, I'm going to tell you, like, the beginning of the story that leads to it. Venus is the heir to the throne, but then the twins are born, and because the twins are male, they have a stronger Enderian ability than Venus, and are instantly booted to heir to the throne. Venus was about to get it, and then they were hatched. They were dragons. They came out of eggs. And Venus is very upset about it. But doesn't do anything for a few years, and then by the time they're 10, Venus has finally, like, boiled enough. She ends up attacking Moon, tearing apart his wings and his tail, and even, like, breaking his horn off, which is, like, a bone. Like, their horns are, like, attached to bone. So that was very painful. And Fuzzy witnessed this, Fuzzy witnessed it, and went to go tell their Ender Dragon, who was their mother. Their mother could care less, let me tell you. Their mother is absolute horse garbage. And while Fuzzy was out trying to rat Venus, Venus had found, I call it the Enderian Book of Spells. Used it to send Moon to what I call, the backwards. I used to call it the Upside Down, but apparently that's Stranger Things, and I didn't know that, and I don't watch Stranger Things, so I call it the Backwards. It's still in the works. It's not an official name. I'm thinking just calling it Limbo, but it's like a mirror realm opposite to every other realm in the game, right? Like the End, the Nether, the Overworld, completely opposite to those realms, and it's just full of mirrors. And so Moon and Fuzzy, their souls are kind of like interlinked between these worlds, which is why they look almost the same, because they both used to look like Venus. And I can explain the purple, but I cannot fully explain the green just yet. I'm working on it. But whatever happens to Fuzzy in the Overworld happens to Moon in Limbo. Don't make fun of my name choices, okay? I work really hard on this story. By the way, Herobrine is canon in my universe. I'm going to introduce him one day. I just want to throw it out there. But Venus ends up banishing Moon to that realm because Venus was like, I gotta clean up my mess. But unlike the Ender Dragon, the guards and, like, the maids of the Ender Castle actually care. So they went to go find Moon. Hi, how's it going? No, you're not late. I mean, you might be, who knows. We're a little bit in. Free commissions, my OCs. I'm explaining lore, really. That's all I'm doing, is explaining lore while drawing. You can commission my OCs. The rules are here. But yeah, where was I? The maids, mostly the guards. There was, like, a couple of maids went to go find Moon. But they only found Venus with the Enderian Book of Spells, and Venus ran away from the castle because If she had stayed, she would have been, like, executed or something. So she leaves, and she flees to the Nether, where she immediately gets to work. As you can see, she's wearing netherite armor, which I love drawing. It's so cool to draw what I believe Minecraft armor would look like. Venus, the army that I mentioned, Venus gathers them all from the Nether, and it mostly consists of piglins, just any nether beast that isn't found in any other realm. So no skeletons, no Endermen, because the Endermen kind of like travel. So like anything that's like from the Nether is in that army. So that's the army. That's a really long way of just pointing out what the army is, which is how Venus is able to like almost win. No, wither skeletons are there, but like not regular skeletons, because regular skeletons can be found on the overworld. So like the army mostly consists of just nether creatures. Oliver with a saddle? Oh my gosh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know how that would work. So Oliver, his lore is a little different. He's actually a dwarf ghast, which is why he's so small. The ghasts are actually supposed to be ginormous. Like, I'm going to show you a comparison from a normal ghast to what Orlo is. Or not Orlo, Oliver. So, here's like a normal ghast, right? This is Oliver. He's not a child. He is literally a dwarfed ghast, which they can change their size to be smaller, to be like more human sized. But Oliver cannot. He's actually very small, which makes him good for the cuddling for Moon. How would I mean, on his head, that would be like a pretty cute hat, don't you think? A little like, that would be adorable. I don't remember what it looks like, so I don't feel like Googling it either, so I'm gonna like do my best. I know it's got little goggles. There's something like this, I think. I'm down to number 4. Oh, for like chat. I might keep his like tears in, just because while you said like a happy kind of Oliver for like happy ghast, the tears are kind of lore relevant. What was that laugh? I don't remember what the hat looks like, so I'm doing my best. I really am. Ooh, golly, my eraser was bigger than I thought it was. You should make one of your OCs calling him a short stack. Who would do that? I have background OCs that aren't main cast, but they're definitely like friends of the main cast. Oliver, I don't have any friends written down for Oliver, but I do have some friends for Ivory. Ivory has friends that they meet after. Anyway, here's like Orlo wearing the not Orlo. Oh my gosh, Oliver, not Orlo. Oh my god. Oliver wearing the little saddle thing as a hat. He looks adorable. I didn't even think of that being like an idea for him. Like, I might draw that later. That's adorable. I love that. This is someone calling him a short stack. Who would do that? I can't think of anyone in the canon. Well, headcanon, I guess. We're going to the headcanons. It looks like a silly little Russian hat. It kind of does. And he's got little glasses on. Gotta make him look sad. Because he's sad all the time. It's actually a very wholesome character. I kind of have him around for, like, emotional relief, you know, because, like, the story is actually very tragic sometimes. So he's kind of there to be like, yo, that was kind of rough. Woo! Golly. Oh my goodness. Oh. It blocked that. What blocked what? Dude, you better not be saying anything bad in chat. If something is, like, bad, I will not allow it to post. And clearly you said something bad that it didn't even bother showing me. I gotta give him his turtleneck, because he likes wearing shirts and only shirts. He doesn't wear pants. Russian, oh my gosh. My friend just texted in chat. How dare you say that about my characters? Only I can call them twinks. I was hesitant. That's like a really bad eyebrow. Skinny white man over there. Look at that tall, high-waisted man. He got feminine hips. And I'm like, no, that's a thing I'm sensitive about. I love John Mulaney. That's right, boys. It's your favorite boy. Get the freak out. Wee. I don't feel like doing very detailed hands. Guys, I just got recommended my own stream. Boom. Oliver being called short by his own boyfriend, nonetheless. That's pretty accurate to the real world. Alright. That was fun. That was a little fun. It was very fun. Free commissions! Free, it's all free. Anyway, what should I yap about now? Ooh, I know what I should yap about. Oliver lore. Backs. Oh, you're back. Hi, welcome back. I'm gonna do a little bit of an Oliver lore yap. So we all know the gas lore or whatever, where they're like dehydrated or whatevs. Got an apple. Cool. Apples are yummy. I love apples. I like apple slices preferably. I don't really like eating like apples. What do you mean not really? Apples are awesome. You ever have apples with peanut butter? That's a good snack. I like cutting my apples into slices because I don't really like biting into a full apple because it makes my hands and face really sticky. But like I also don't like cutting an apple with a knife. I really, really, really want to get like an apple cutter specifically meant for apples. Oh, you mean the gas lore? Okay. So basically like the Nether used to be like cold. But then it wasn't, and Gas started to dehydrate. And they're using Gas cries so that way they can keep their babies hydrated. Which is why whenever you get like a happy ghast or like one of those like tiny ghast blocks out of the nether and you cover it in water, it like kind of comes to life and it's happy. All because they're dehydrated, which is so real. Imagine. I like drinking water all the time. I'm always drinking water. They dried my boy. So his lore is, which I had to adjust kind of to fit the nether lore, which it wasn't that hard of an adjustment. He was barely developed at the time. He was a dwarfed, ghast because of the lack of hydration. He didn't get what he needed growing up and ended up not growing to be super big. And he and Moon met one day after Moon was like, Fuzzy had managed to free Moon from Limbo, the mirror realm, right? And Moon was like, I'm going to go for a walk, because they've been gone for like forever. Give me 1 second, I need to go grab my charger. They've been gone for, in the thing, about 20 years. Like, these characters are 30 years old by now. 1 sec. Oof. Oh, I just knocked over a lamp. Okay, we're back. Sorry, guys. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So Moon went to the nether to kind of, like, cool down, which is a little ironic. They went just to go look around and be like, are you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I'm fine. I hope the lamp is okay. I really like this lamp. Odyssey reference. I don't know what you're talking about, but okay. Anyway, Moon was kind of like going through the nether. They both got nether baddies, by the way. Both Moon and Fuzzy. They got nether baddies. And they met Oliver. Oliver was kind of sitting under bone structure. Naked at the time because he, like I said before, ghasts don't need to wear clothes. Is that chips I hear? No. Those are my packages of string worms that you hear. My unopened string worm packages. Because I have a bunch of them. Oliver, ghasts don't need to wear clothes because they can just hide their reproductive organs whenever they want. And the only reason he wears anything is because he finds shirts comfortable. But at the time, he didn't know what a shirt was. He's a homeless baby. And Moon was just kind of like, just got out of like a different dimension and was like kind of feeling bad for Oliver because they were both alone. And so they kind of like sat together and talked, and they eventually became each other's safe space and got together, and it's adorable. I love them so much. I just posted a video of them recently, and they're so cute. I love yapping about my boys. And single girl and non-binary specimen. I gotta go, Eepy. Okay, good night. Oh, because I'm on my board. Bye-bye. Commissions are free. The rules are written down. I even have their names written down so you can see them better. But commissions are free. You can have them... Oh, okay. Bye-bye. Anyway, Commissions are free. You can ask them to do anything. Actions, lore, and if you ask for a concept, I'll give you like a random idea that I have for the story but haven't implemented yet. Think of it like a teaser. Sorry, there's this like bit of skin being annoying. Oh my gosh, stop that. My desk. My friends are sending me something. Oh my goodness. Okay, so commissions are free. My friend just texted me. They said, I love being evil and promoting you at the same time. Want to hear the lore? I missed out on everyone else's lore. Okay. We're going to start top to bottom. Venus. Actually, I might do these three first because their lore is just way quicker to tell, and it'll tie into the bigger story that these three have because their backstories are like way harder to tell. So Ivory was lived in the Nether with a very abusive boyfriend at the time, and my non-binary baby. Their boyfriend was a wither skeleton, and he was very abusive and neglectant, and it got to the point where he eventually hit her. And because he's a wither skeleton, you know, like, the wither effect that happens, frigging scarred her face pretty badly. Like, I'll do a little, like, diagram of what her face looks like under her hair. So here's her good eye, right? And then there's, like, wither effect that's, like, all on the other side of her face. And it's like, because it's the wither effect, right? It's all like, it's pretty deep purple. So it's very, ooh, you know. That's what her face looks, their face looks like. I keep messing that up. And they're very insecure about it, which is why they kind of hold their hair over it. And one day, when they finally broke up with their boyfriend, who I don't have a name for, but I have a design in the works. It's a concept, so you can, like, ask for concepts, and I might give it to you. But they were they were by a lava pool, which, my story is loosely based on Minecraft. All the characters are Minecraft based, right? So, in the Nether, Nether lava is different from overworld lava. Nether lava has healing properties, but only to those who are who have Nether origins. So, like, it healed their health, but it didn't heal the scar. So the scar's still there, and they were, like, trying to heal, and Fuzzy was there for political purpose, because Fuzzy was the prince. Not crowned yet. He actually gets crowned a bit in the future. This is a little bit of a prequel. Fuzzy finds Ivory by the lava pit, and they have a cute interaction that I have dialogued in my head, where Fuzzy's like, you are the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, except Ivory's non-binary. And Ivory's like, I'm not a woman. And Fuzzy's like, oh, you a man? And Ivory ends up having to explain to Fuzzy what non-binary is, and he's very accepting. Fuzzy is very accepting of it. They're very loving. But Ivory kind of, like, goes along with Fuzzy, and they get to know each other. And Ivory's like, this is a way better person than who I was just with. And they end up getting together. Were you here when I told the Oliver lore? Do I have to retell that one? Because I know you were kind of there. I think I'll tell the Orlo one first, actually. So Orlo was just an everyday, average, Enderman. Cutesy patootie, one of the only I have two straight characters in my entire roster of characters, and he's one of them. Oh my god, that's violent. He did not. He, never shows up in the story again, actually. He's just kind of background clutter. Fuzzy totally would, though. Like, Fuzzy would behead that man, like, and put it on a stick. But Ivory doesn't really talk about it all that much. Fuzzy knows about it, but Ivory doesn't like to get into it. Where was he, though? Orlo, right? So he was an average Enderman and then went to the Nether, but the Nether and the End have been at odds for centuries, and they ended up taking in Orlo as a captive, and the kingdom he was hidden in was eventually raided, and he was left in a prison to die, and Venus found Orlo while she was in the Nether and freed him, and Orlo kind of latched onto her like a dog. He's very obsessive of her, and he's like, I would die for you, but she's not a good person, because she's like, I'm counting on it, literally. Like, she's like, you're just another number to me, really. And she knows he likes her, so she kind of plays into it, and she's like, yeah, we're in a relationship, but I'll beat you up if you don't listen to me. And this is actually, a lot of this is shown in my Red Means I Love You video that I made a couple months ago. It shows Orlo's arc, basically. And actually, before Orlo ends up, dying, which I'll explain in just a second. It's not a spoiler. Venus starts realizing that maybe she does love him. And then the war arc happens, and Venus is cornered by Fuzzy, Moon, and Ivory. Because they're all fighting. Venus brings a fight to the end to overthrow the kingdom, and become the queen. And Fuzzy's king at the time. He's got to protect his people. And Moon is there, and Ivory's there to help protect. Ivory's mostly there to help evacuate and keep people safe. Moon and Fuzzy have a score to settle with Venus. Venus ends up getting cornered, and Orlo notices and goes and gets in the way. And Moon almost kills Venus, but Orlo takes the blow and ends up dying then and there. So Orlo is dead. I love him so much, I really do. He's my baby boy. But he dies. And actually, I've got more of the story set up past this war arc. I'm working on it because Venus is going to meet a fate pretty soon as well. And I'm not going to say how. I might yap about it. Oh my gosh, I don't want to, because I don't have anything posted about it. So I might wait for that. Fuzzy and Moon, anyway, they're kind of in the way. They're very shocked. They just killed Orlo. Venus takes Orlo's Ender Eye, actually, after he drops it, and makes a memorial for Orlo. She retreats and everything, makes a memorial. She's kind of mourning for a while, but she's way angrier now. She doesn't like the twins whatsoever. Anyway, Oliver, he's a ghast. He's a dwarfed ghast because when he was being raised, he didn't get enough water or hydration to even grow properly. So he didn't grow to his full potential. So he's very small, very tiny, very dehydrated. And he's living under, those rib structures that you see in the end. He's living, not the end, the Nether. He's living under those. And one day, shortly after Moon is freed from limbo, Moon kind of goes out and he's exploring the world. Not the world, but some dimensions, wanting to see any the new stuff that's going on. And Moon finds Oliver. And at first Moon is I shouldn't worry about this, but then he's we're both alone, might as well. And they start talking, and they get to know each other, and they find like safety in each other, and they become each other's safe place, and they kind of like trauma bond, and they love each other. They love each other. But on to the twins and Venus now. Whew, I need to take a breath before I suffocate to death. Goodness gravy. Okay, so Venus is the oldest, almost became queen. She was ready to take the throne, and then the twins were hatched because they're dragons. They obviously were laid in eggs. And the twins were born male, so they had like a stronger Endirian power than Venus did, and Venus was not happy about that because that instantly meant she was going to lose the throne, just because they were born. And as they grew, like their Endirian power grew stronger and stronger, and like they were growing more powerful with training and all that. And Venus was like not happy about it whatsoever. So like over the years, that anger kind of started boiling. And by the time they were 10, Venus had finally snapped and attacked Moon. And was like, you can look at Moon's design. Ripped Moon's tail off. Completely ripped apart the wings. Made sure feathers would never grow again. And even broke a horn, which in their anatomy, the horns are attached to bone on the skull. So they literally ripped a bone off, broke it in half, clean in half. It's a very gory sight, actually. I've drawn it a couple of times. I want it to be super gruesome. But Fuzzy walks in on this, witnesses everything, and goes to tell the Ender Dragon, who could not give a flying fludge, dude. The Ender Dragon is their mother, but does not care whatsoever. Genuinely, she wants to keep her own throne. She's actually the biggest evil mastermind in this whole story. She's the one that's pulling every string. But Venus gets what I call the Endirian Book of Spells. And while the Ender Dragon doesn't seem to care, everyone else in the palace does. So they're going to find Moon. And by the time they get there, Venus had already banished Moon to Limbo and they ended up dropping the book, the Endirian Book of Spells, so Fuzzy has the book, and can bring Moon back, but isn't strong enough power-wise, not even old enough, to try a spell that strong. Venus has run away from the castle because, like, literally killed the heir to the throne. That's an act of treason that can be punishable by death. So she runs away to the Nether and starts gathering an army, like, from then. And Fuzzy spends years trying to do the spell. And their designs are the way they are because whatever happens to Fuzzy happened to Moon. And Fuzzy, all these purple spots are scars because Fuzzy, this is actually a little sad. It's, self-inflicted scars. Because Fuzzy felt so bad for what happened to Moon, dipped himself in water. And the green bits, not scarring, though they are, like, kind of scarred, but it's not scarring, because these two used to look just like Venus, genetically. The green bits are, like, I told you, like, they're made, like, while she's got scales, these two are fur and feather. Fuzzy dyed his fur kind of like green around the purple scars, and whatever happened to Fuzzy would happen to Moon, so Moon's color palette changed along while Fuzzy was like doing this to himself. I thought those were birthmarks. The only birthmark they actually have are the hearts on their chest, and the hearts on their ankles. Those are actually birthmarks that were scarred on. But they were born with these marks. These marks are on their were on their body before. Fuzzy just kind of like traced it with water to scar it. And you can see like Fuzzy's fingers. The fingers specifically are severely scarred because there's a lot of points on Fuzzy's body. Like these specific shapes were done with his hands. just because Fuzzy felt so bad for what happened to Moon, that he couldn't protect Moon, his twin brother. So he did that to himself. Yeah, so that is why they look the way they do. And eventually Fuzzy gets older, a little bit older. They're 30 by this time. And they're technically immortal. They stop aging around... They stop looking like they're aging around 35 or 40. Because they're literally Ender Dragons. They stop aging after a bit. They're immortal, though. Fuzzy's finally strong enough to bring Moon out of limbo, but Moon was in limbo for so long. Moon was like a little delusional, right? Kind of like it's everyone else's fault, and kind of immediately went for Fuzzy's head, and Fuzzy had to like I won't say put down because that's like killing him. Held him down and like explained everything that happened and got Moon to calm down, and then literally like same day, like an hour later after all of this, Venus comes in with the army to attack. And we are all caught up on the lore. I have further story written out, but I will not reveal it until after. I won't, like, explain it until after I've posted videos about it. How was that? I yapped a lot. Goodness gravy. So, yeah. Also, I love drawing Venus in dresses. She looks so good. Such a diva. Yeah, so that's that. I like yapping. If you guys can get me, like, on topics, like, I would never shut up. I wasn't expecting it to be so violent. It's not necessarily kid-friendly. Actually, their blood color is freaking... Hold on, let me see if I can recreate it. This is their blood color. It's purple. Yeah, it's not very... friendly. It's a lot of war, actually. It's a lot of fighting, and there is peace at the end for most of the characters. There's peace. But other characters, like Orlo, don't kind of get that happy ending. And while I wish I could give everyone their happy ending, Orlo needs to die for the progression of Venus, because Venus is going to get so angry and so fumed, they're going to go on a blind rampage. And that'll eventually lead to Venus's own downfall. But Fuzzy, Moon, Oliver, and Ivory are definitely going to get the happy ending that they work hard for. Albeit Moon and Oliver are going to, especially Moon is like going to be a very changed person after everything, and Oliver's going to be there for Moon. Fuzzy and Ivory are going to progress with their life as well. I actually have an idea to give them a child in the future. Which I can draw that out, actually. I have a couple of design ideas for this child of theirs. I don't have a name for him yet. I know I want it to be a boy. I want them to have a son. And since he's like a half-breed of Ender Dragon and... Sorry, I'm forgetting how I draw children. Because he's like a half-breed of Ender Dragon and Blaze. He's kind of like a Phoenix Dragon thing. He's a very cute little boy. Very adorable. I've drawn a couple of concepts. And he definitely looks a lot like Fuzzy. In looks and color palette, he's more Ivory presenting. And if I give them a second child, it'll be like a younger daughter who is more Ivory looking with fuzzy color pattern. And it won't be like scarred fuzzy with the purple and the green. It'll be like Ender colors and whatnot. I've thought about giving him little eye slits, but it make him look like super demonic. He's just a wee kid. Holy fart. Okay, good night. Alright, good night. Bro just showed up and then left again. Here's his little horns. They poke out of his really fluffy hair. Okay, bye. But here he is. He's super cutie. He's adorable. I have a hard time drawing children. I don't do it a whole lot. He's got his little wings growing. Little long sleeves. They're like way bigger for him. See? I don't have a name for him yet. I'm gonna eat your designs. They're so peak. Honestly, at this point, I'm gonna start, like, getting PNGs of, like, a plate and a fork. Or, like, a knife and a fork. To put over drawings. Because people are always like, art eaten. Like, every time I send a drawing in a group chat, they keep sending this one GIF. It just says, art eaten. Thank you for the meal. It's all gone. So yeah, that's the concept design of the child. I don't have a name for him. I don't want to do any more O names. I keep doing O names. Well, I would totally do that too. Yeah. That's just kind of how it be. Yeah. That how it be doing, bro. Okay. Any more commissions? Oh, you're gone. Furs. I don't know why it shows only one person's on the stream. Usually it shows like... Usually it counts... Like, I'm watching from a different device right now, so I can pay attention to chat. Because I do not have monitors. I am recording on my iPad and watching chat on my phone. Usually... There it goes. Never mind. It fixed, guys. The viewer count fixed. It's just me and you. Do you want to request anything? Since it's literally just us. It's kind of painful to call you chat when it's just one person. Orlo death, but it's K-pop drama stylized. What? What is K-pop drama? I don't pay attention to K-pop. Should I just get like PNGs of the the JoJo's thing? What is K-pop style? K-pop drama. What? I think I messed up. I think it was just K, but IDK. I really don't understand your question, though, or your request. Orlo death, but K-pop drama stylized? I can just do Orlo death. And I don't know what K-pop drama is. I'm so confused. I'll draw you the Orlo death, but I don't understand your K-pop. I'm trying to find images to show you what I mean, but I can't find anything. I don't know, man. Low-key hate drawing hands sometimes. I mean, I don't mind it, I just have a hard time, like, sometimes the hand's too big, or it doesn't fit. You know what I mean? Anyway, here's the, death. He gets slashed. Orlo death. Seems. I do be getting slashed sometimes. Whee! Alright. I'm out of pomegranate juice. I've just kind of been sipping on it this whole stream, but now I'm out. I wish I knew how to make a lore. It sounds cool. Basically, I have been writing the story since I was, like... I didn't get serious about the story until... Like, I've had Fuzzy since I was 12. And I didn't get serious about the story until I was, like, 14 when I started it. And it was a little bit different then, but, like, I've been working on this story for years, actually. And only now did it get to the point where it's actually, like, a story you can tell, rather than bits and pieces of story that I don't have written out yet. I don't have the ending completely done. I know how I want it to end, but there's still bits and arcs that need to be put into place so that the story can be told properly and not leave out any important details. But I also want it to end with the main antagonist dying like everyone else. I want the main antagonist to be slain, because the biggest main antagonist is their mother, the Ender Dragon, and we know how the Ender Dragon dies. It just freaking explodes. But I really I want the story to end with the main antagonist dying. And I want Fuzzy, Moon, Oliver, and Ivory to get their happy ending. I wish Orlo could have a happy ending, I really do. But Orlo's gotta die for story progression purposes. It's just how it be sometimes. Dude, you know how fun it would be to have plushies of these characters? Like, oh my god, I want one so bad. And if I do get plushies of these characters, I want them to be U2s. I just love how cute U2s are. Like, oh my gosh. It would be adorable. If I were to, like, make it, like, in the future, it's gonna be, like, I gotta get more viewership than what I do. But if I do get a chance to make plushies out of my characters, I think I would release them, 3 at a time. Or maybe 2 at a time. because it would only be these 6 characters, because these are the 6 main characters. If I did 2 at a time, it would be Fuzzy and Ivory together, and then Moon and Oliver together, and then Venus and Orlo together. And if I did it 3 at a time, it would be Venus, Fuzzy, and Moon together, and then Ivory, Oliver, and Orlo together. And if I just did 1 at a time, it would be Fuzzy, then Moon, then Venus, then Ivory, then Oliver, then Orlo. That's the order. There's a website that allows you to send reference sheets and they'll make it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I really do. Except it's really expensive just to make one. I can't really start a merch line if... I could start a GoFundMe, I really could. But I don't think I'm famous enough for that kind of stuff yet. I am at least waiting for 1,000. I am only at 500. I am at least waiting for 1,000 to even start doing, like, I want to sell stickers, and small merch before I get into plushies. And I've wanted to do this for so long. I want a fuzzy themed Letterman jacket. Like a varsity jacket. But I want it to be fuzzy themed. Not gonna lie, I never checked the price. Let me check right now. I think for some of their plushies, it's like obviously it's gonna be expensive. I think the most expensive thing I saw there was like $500 on the website. I don't remember. It's been a little while. I just know it's really expensive. I could totally start a GoFundMe though. Or like one of those like donations to make it possible kind of thing. But I really don't think my characters are viewed enough for this kind of thing. I feel like I need a bigger following before I even try to make plushies of my characters. You know what I mean? I've been streaming for a couple of hours. I just realized. I might actually end the stream soon. I've been streaming since 8 something. It's 11. Jeez, it's really expensive. Never mind, I'm never making one. I would totally make one if I just had the money. Or at least one for myself. If I ever did start a merch line, though, I want it to be U2's, like, more than anything, because I just love how cute U2's figures and plushies are. I just love U2's. Or Makeshift. Makeshift is really good. So that would be amazing. Yeah. I think I'm going to end stream. It was very fun today. We've had so many lovely commissions, such as Fuzzy eating a hot dog, which is right here. We've got Oliver in the Trans Icon Shark shirt. You're lagging so bad. No, don't lag. We have Fuzzy doing a backflip. We have Ivory getting snowballed, which would hurt them. Oh my god, I just misgendered my own character. I'm gonna kill myself now. Not actually, I'm joking. Orlo being straight. Oliver wearing the Happy Guest thing. Moon calling Oliver short. Did I call him Orlo? Did I say that? I feel like I'm crazy. Ivory and Fuzzy Shipchild, and Orlo's death. That was our commissions for the night. And I have a surprise. I have a surprise for everybody, which I will be releasing soon. I am going to open up a Discord server. Where fans and people can join and share art and be friends and discuss theories and lores and talk about not only just my stuff but other stuff too, and hopefully build connections and have a bit of a team going on, and we can all just interact and be fun. I wanted to do this for a little bit, and I thought, like, maybe in a bit. I hit 500 subscribers recently, and typically I do, like, 100 subscriber milestone streams. But then I was like, I have to do something. I have to reward my little people. So I have been silently working on a Discord server, which will be out soon, so look out for that. Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. I hope you had a lovely time, and I hope you had an amazing experience. It was very fun streaming again. I haven't done it in a while, and I wish I did.